I feel honored and privileged to join you at the second Indonesia-Tanzania Investment Forum. I thank the organizers for the sterling coordination and meticulous program that allow diverse engagement and business matching. This morning, among other things, I had the privilege to witness the signing of agreements and MOUs that seek to usher in new momentum in trade and investment cooperation. This being the second investment forum, it is my hope that more areas of partnership and cooperation will be forged and realized. Ladies and gentlemen, despite boasting 60 years of our diplomatic relations, our trade and investment relations are still prudent. As countries that found commonality then, during the days of Bandung Conference, when connectivity was an issue, it should be easier now to thrive together as the world has become a global village. Earlier today, together with President Widodo, we both reiterated our commitment to promote trade and investment between our two countries. We endeavored to double the existing investment. And now, in order to increase trade in goods and commodities, we have agreed to fast-track several trade-related agreements, such as the promotion of protection of investment, in order to attract more trade among and between ourselves. Generally speaking, the trade volumes and figures do not match our political relations and the potentials we have. So something needs to be done. And here, I've tasked my team to take all necessary measures to encourage investment from Indonesia to reach a target of $1 billion in the next few years. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier on today at the press conference with President Widodo, I reiterated my synonymous mantra when I'm promoting Tanzania as an investment hub, that the best time to invest in Tanzania was 2 years ago, and that's when Petamina and others came in. But the second best time is now. No other time but now. So I said on my part, I will highlight 5 strategic factors why you should invest in Tanzania. I'm sure you have heard about them, but it's better to hear from the horse's mouth. The first factor is Tanzania's stability. Politically, Tanzania is a peaceful and stable country. We have continued to maintain serenity, and we synonymously refer to an island of peace. Like Indonesia, Tanzania is a vibrant multi-party democracy, upholding tenets of good governance, respect of human rights, and the rule of law. The principles of separation of powers and the protection of ownership of property are constitutionally guaranteed. Since my assumptions to office, I've capitalized on the previous gains and dedicated my government to consolidate policy and institutional reforms to promote consistently and predictably of policies, laws, and regulations. We're enhancing transparency while addressing red tapeism and other bottlenecks. Second thing is geographical location. And here I wish to mention that Tanzania is strategically, geographically located. We share borders with 8 African countries. Through its port, road, and railway infrastructure, Tanzania serves as a gateway for 6 of its neighboring countries, namely Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Malawi, Rwanda, Uganda, and Zambia. Beyond facilitating imports and exports, opportunities also abound in facilitating these movements. These range from freight-related business, like clearing and forwarding, warehousing, logistics centers, and trucking business, and to the development of seaports, airports, railways, and road infrastructure, as well as air transportation. Tanzania's geographical location also presents other opportunities for situating manufacturing and trading businesses. This is in terms of market opportunities. In addition to Tanzania's population of 62 million people, regional cooperation frameworks provide market access to 8 countries of East African Community with about 281.5 million people. And also the Southern African Development Community with a huge market of 390 million people, while the larger African Continental Free Trade Area platform will provide a potential market of over 1.2 billion people. So indeed, investing in Tanzania is a smart choice. Number 3 is conducive business environment. And here, private investment in Tanzania, I must say, and this is true, that they are well protected by laws and international agreement investment. Investors can repatriate profits and dividends without inhibitions. Tanzania is part to several multilateral agreements on protection and promotion of investments. We are a member of Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA, an international center for settlement of investment disputes. At a bilateral level, we have investment promotion and protection agreements with a number of countries, and we are currently negotiating one with the Republic of Indonesia. We believe this will go a long way towards de-risking investments. So Tanzania is a promising land for investment. Somebody said Africa is a promising continent. Well, let me say Tanzania is a promising land for investment. Another factor which I would like to touch on is a strong political will and existing ease of doing business. Our government recognizes the importance of private sector as an engine of economic growth. As a mark of our political will, we introduce structural and legal reforms to ease the establishment of doing business in Tanzania. Another mark of our commitment is our close engagement with the private sector. Among members of my delegation, which include cabinet ministers and senior officials, and I believe these members, I believe that they have provided details on the political investment, financial services offered, infrastructure development, legal frameworks, market preferences, and so on. The 5th factor which I wish to mention is Tanzania's stable macroeconomic and fiscal regime. I'm happy to note that the Tanzanian economy has turned around from the stresses of trains of COVID-19 pandemic. GDP growth is back up to 5.2% per year, and we expect to reach our pre-COVID level of over 6% annual growth in the coming year. As for 2024, IMF projections show that Tanzania will continue to be among the 20 fastest growing economies in the world, not in Africa, in the world. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say that there are so many factors to consider when investing in Tanzania, but I decided to place emphasis on these 5. Tanzania's stability, conducive business environment, political will and ease of doing business, and macroeconomic stability. And so it is my strong belief that today's discussion will encourage more trade and investment activities between Indonesia and Tanzania. I'm glad that you have shared business opportunities from both countries and that you had more exchanges during the B2B session. I encourage you to make the best use of the contact made here and turn them into profitable ventures in a way that will bring about lasting benefit to our respective countries. As you may be aware, we now have an embassy here in Jakarta. The embassy was opened last year. So we have an embassy here in Jakarta which will also be at your service to facilitate your investment in our country. We welcome you and look forward to seeing you in Tanzania. The best time is now. So as I conclude, I wish to thank President Widodo once again for the invitation and for the excellent facilities and the itinerary put at our disposal. I thank you very much for your kind attention. Terima kasih.